So Ghost Stars have released a couple of teasers over the past couple of days, and we knew they were gonna come in the lead up to a big episode, which episode 5 is gonna be. It's gonna be a huge episode, which is gonna shift the storyline, and also one which I think will make Tariq's life that much more difficult. Who's gonna make it difficult for him is Monet and Kane. We're gonna see Monet telling Kane that she needs to find Tariq's weaknesses, and he has a few. We've already seen Kane move on Brayden. There's also Yaz, which is arguably his biggest weakness. But we can't forget about Lauren. Lauren is Tariq's third weakness, just like how Angela was for Ghost. But could this also be Kane's downfall as well? Let's not forget about the Rolex and what conversation that could pick up in episode 5. So we're gonna run through a couple of the new scenes that have been released for episode 5 and break it down, what it could mean for Tariq, Kane, Monet and Lauren. And I will be playing a few of the short clips from the scenes as well, so stick with this video till the end. Now, this is a follow-up from last week, where Kane snitched on Tariq to Monet. We saw the look on Kane's face when Zeke was giving his interview and being put under pressure for questions that he wasn't prepared for. Tariq prepped him for everything, but the news reporter Jamel went off script and asked him about Ramirez, and we all know what happened to him. Kane was the one who killed him, going against the family, and Monet knew instantly that Kane had something to do with it. But Kane dropped Tariq right in it with Monet after she slapped him, and he said, "I hope you keep the same energy for Tariq," because he was the one who took the kill shot. Now she was ready to give up Kane, because in the back of her mind, she's had enough of his shit. She wanted the police to find Ramirez's body to get Zeke out of all this mess, which in return could have had bad implications for Kane. But of course, he had other plans. He put Ramirez's badge in either Brayden or Tariq's drawer in their room at Stansfield. Now Monet's already dished out Kane's punishment, but we haven't seen her move on Tariq yet. And you can bet she's gonna want revenge, because she asked Tariq at the beginning of the season if he had anything to do with Jabari's murder, and he lied to her, and she did warn him, you know what happens if you're lying, and Tariq knows what happens. And Monet was always gonna make her move and get control over Tariq, because in one of the early teasers that was released before the season began, we saw her telling Tariq that he knows that she's the one in control now. And now we know how she's gonna attack Tariq's weakness, which is gonna be Lauren. So let's talk about scene 1.
If I could control him, this type of shit would never happen again.
I got you.
So Monet wants to know Tariq's weaknesses, and she's gonna use Kane to get to Tariq. And she doesn't have to worry about Kane attacking Tariq. He'll have no problem doing just that, because of his jealousy that he holds and how envious he was of Tariq in season 1. But Monet wants to control him because of Jabari's death and how he lied to her with his involvement, but especially because of how much of an impact it's had on Zeke. That's the biggest issue here for Monet. Zeke has always been Monet's golden ticket out of the game, but not only her golden ticket, her golden son, and this is why she wants revenge and control over Tariq. But this scene is more than just Monet wanting control over Tariq, it's also showing two different elements. The first is a different side to Monet, with how she's willing to put trust in Kane finding out Tariq's weaknesses. Last season we saw her telling Kane that he's not going to Stansfield because he's in nobody's Ivy League. We saw her sending Drew to Stansfield instead of Kane. But we are definitely seeing her taking a different approach this season. She doesn't trust Drew, or rather she wants to protect him. For example, how she never had him playing any position apart from looking after Zeke in episode 4. But she really is underestimating Drew and what he's capable of. My video on Drew's connection to Michael Corleone breaks down exactly what path Drew is on and how he'll soon turn savage, and how Monet will realize that she needs him. So that is definitely something to look out for. But the second element from this clip can be looked in two ways. It can be looked at how Kane is showing his family first, because not only did he dig up Ramirez's body for the police to find on Monet's orders, risking himself, but he's also following Monet's orders now. He teased that he's going to be family first this season, but let's just see how long this lasts, because he is fucking with Monet's business by putting Ramirez's badge in Tariq's room at Stansfield, and Mecca's manipulation is still in play. I think the big test for Kane is when Lorenzo is released from prison, because this is when the real leader for the Tejadas will be free, and that's when we're really going to see if Kane is family first or not. But let's talk about scene 2 and how Kane meets Lauren. Now these two scenes go hand in hand. Monet wants Kane to find Tariq's weaknesses, so we're gonna see Kane rolling up to Stansfield looking for Tariq, but he's gonna be so busy with his own life and his own shit, he's always never to be found when Kane comes to Stansfield. Now Tariq is also gonna be way too busy and focused on trying to get custody for Yaz, but the main thing to take away from this clip is Kane will find out one of Tariq's weaknesses, and that's Lauren. This season we've seen Tariq and Lauren really build their relationship, because she's the one he really likes. He feels this sense of normality when he's around Lauren, which he doesn't feel when he's with Effie and Diana. And although Tariq said he wants to be a hustler and teach me the game Ghost, he's also showing how he wants this normal life this season as well. But it's a tough one to balance for him, especially when he's got Kane constantly rocking up at Stansfield. And this is why he needs to get out of Stansfield and into his own apartment, so people like Kane can stop rolling up unannounced, and so he can get custody of Yaz as well. Now Tariq needs an apartment high up, just like Ghost did, just like Symphony had, and how we taught Raq to do the same. Because when you're high up, you can see enemies and threats coming at you, and you can make your move before they reach you. So this is what Tariq needs. But we also know he's learning the game, and he's definitely not Ghost or Raq. He's still got a lot more learning to do, and Kane and Monet, they're gonna teach him a lesson. Kane will definitely use Lauren to get to Tariq, and is this how Lauren finds out about Tariq's double life? Because I did say she will find out at some point this season, because there is no way Tariq can keep this hidden from Lauren for the whole season. Now, she even questioned him when he said he knew Zeke didn't kill Jabari. She said, wait, how do you know for sure? And Lauren is a very intelligent girl. She'll know very well that Kane doesn't go to Stansfield, and she'll be questioning who he is. But how is Kane gonna use Lauren against Tariq? That's the question. What move is he gonna make, or what move is Monet gonna make with Lauren? Now, I don't think they'll kill Lauren, because that's the last thing Monet needs. Just imagine how much heat will be on campus if another body drops, and we all know it's gonna be crawling with cops anyway. So I don't think Lauren will be killed, so it's just a matter of what Kane and Monet's move is. Now, one thing that could be a huge game changer in so many ways is Lauren's Rolex. Now, I have a funny feeling that this Rolex could pick up something from either Kane, Tariq, or even maybe Brayden. Someone will slip up and say something, and it's just a matter of who and what they say. But another way in which this could go is if Lauren could help Tariq catch Kane with this wire, but this can only happen if Tariq spills the truth to Lauren, which is a very risky move. But Lauren being caught in the middle of this is just gonna spice things up, because you can just sense one innocent person being caught in the crossfire, whether it's Lauren, Ev, Carrie, or Zeke, or maybe Kamal Tate too, because he's gonna be looking at Tariq very closely over this next episode, as well as Carrie. We're gonna see her pressing Tariq, because she definitely knows something. She changed their topic in their canonical studies class to karma, because she wants to grill Tariq and get something out of him, but Tariq is someone who's very good with his words and can think on the spot. So I can expect him to hold it down in this scene. But that's just a breakdown of some of the latest scenes that have been dropped in the past couple of days in the lead up to episode 5, which has been teased to be one of the biggest this season. So I'm going to be back with my full preview and predictions video, breaking down the synopsis and all of the storylines with every single character tomorrow as usual, and if they do release any new images, then I'll bring them as well. But let me know what you make of Kane and Monet's next move on Tariq, and how they're going to attack his weakness, which is Lauren. Drop all your comments down below, and of course if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 2 Ghost and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.